If you were a recruiter and spending hours every single day navigating around the job boards like LinkedIn, Indeed, etc., because you want to know what are the jobs currently live on the market, then you want to get in touch with those companies to offer the placement. And in this whole process, you're spending around 3 to 4 hours every single day. That's around 20 hours a week. Or very least, the study says the recruiters spend around 3 to 4 hours of their time just to find out which jobs are live on the market and who are the right contact person for those roles and the positions. That alone, even before you start the communication with them. If this is your situation, then I have a good news for you. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can do all of these things literally in a couple of minutes, so you don't have to waste hours every single day. So for this demo purpose, today we're going to discuss about the LinkedIn only. And in the LinkedIn, this is how you do your search criteria, right? But I just created search criteria of my own, like market marketing manager under 10 applicants posted in the past 24 hours. So I created my search criteria. I'm sure pretty much you do the same things. So in this criteria, it is showing 220 results in the United Kingdom as whole. Of course, you obviously you are a recruiter, so I don't have to teach you literally how to do the LinkedIn search and everything. So once you create and once you make your search criteria, and then the magic happens. This is what I'm going to explain you now. Then the second tools that we're going to use is called the Apify. So what Apify does technically, it is, you can say it is a home of the scraper, you can say. It's just like an iOS store or the Android store from all around the world, like the individuals and the companies making this scraper, and then they put in the Apify, so people like you and me, we can use this. So as you can see, like if there are different categories are there, so what we can do is, for example, if I go to jobs, say for instance, then you will see all the jobs papers are there, the LinkedIn, Indeed, and everything. So this is just to give you an idea exactly what is Apify and how it works. So over the period of time, well, I have tried and tested many different Apify actors, and so I have the kind of fine-tuned version, which scraper is good for, like which job board and etc. So I already have mine selected. So for you, what you can do is you can just try and test. That's all you can do, because until you try, you don't know actually which one is good and which one is not, which one is working better for you and which one is not. Of course, you can see there, like the rating, the star, I mean how many people are using, so on and so forth. Okay, well, you can create a free account Apify. Feel free to create the free account and then check exactly at very least, like what it is and how it works and everything. So well, okay, once you log in this Apify, then you need to come up with the actor actually. So if you have used any actor before, you can see all of them are here. So because I just created this new account, and then I was checking exactly, like if the actors that I know is good, are they still working good or not. So in that process, actually, I test two LinkedIn job scraper and the Indeed, but today's particular case, we're going to talk about the LinkedIn only. Okay. So what happens is I open the LinkedIn job scraper, and then I'll show you what need to be done, how we're going to scrape all these things. By the way, this is the price, like it's a price in the pen. It's literally for the 1,000 results, it is asking for the $1 only. So what we need to do is we need to copy this URL from here, from the top of the bar. Just copy this URL and then come over there. And what you need to do is you literally paste the link here. All right. You can see LinkedIn job search URL. So you can put your URL over there. And then it is asking for the number of jobs needed actually. So what it's going to do, if you define 100, for example, so it's going to scrape or the scan like first 100 results. So it's not going to scrape all of them. But if you don't give it a number, so it's going to scrape like all 220 results. But the minimum for this particular scraper, like we have to have 100. For example, if I give 90, it's going to say no, their minimum has to be 100. So I just put it 100, okay, for the demonstration purpose to show you exactly how it works. But obviously, I'm not going to run 100 of these because it takes some time. And for this demo purpose, I don't think so we need to wait for that long, but getting 10 results and the 100 results almost the same. Anyway, so what you can do is you can create it a task, or you can just save and start. It really doesn't matter, you can play around these things, so it's not that important. So I'm going to do save and start. So as you can see, it just started running the actor, and you can see all the results are coming here in the live sections, like how many results are coming from this particular URL. As you can see, it's just results are 4 results are there. I'm going to abort it like when it comes to around 8-10 results, just to give, okay, 10 results for example. I'm going to abort it now, so we don't have to waste so much time on this scanning process. I just abort it. So this is how is your output is. It's just not 10 exactly. I stop it at 10, but still it managed to scan like around 23. So what happens is this is how is going to come. And but this is hard to see exactly how many fields are there. As you can see, like all fields are there, but we're going to see it in a bit. I'll show you like how we get to know these things. Okay, so we're going to export this. Okay, for example, I'm going to export it now. And for example, I'm going to do the CSV. Okay, is there anything I need to change? No, nothing. I just can simply download it. Okay, so it should be downloaded now. Yes, is as you can see, is already the file already downloaded. Okay, now it's time to enrich those missing data point exactly. Okay, so for that reason, we're going to use the clay. Okay, before telling about the clay, but for sure I'm going to show you even like what kind of data like we found from the LinkedIn and the Apify. Obviously, because you're doing it every single day, there is no contact person details, right? So for that reason, like we're going to use the clay is going to provide us like every single information that we need about the company website, the HR manager, their work email, their phone number, their LinkedIn URL, and everything pretty much is going to provide us. So this is what like clay basically does. So you can create your own account. You can come to the clay.com website and you can see like basically it is an enrichment platform. To know about me, if you just know about my company or about my name, the first name and last name, or my email address, for example, so then pretty much you'll have all the information about me, like which is my social media handles and things like that. So this is the enrichment platform, long story short. All right, so I'm going to log in now because already I have the account. So you can create your own account and you can try and test it. So when you consider the clay, you can see there is like plenty of options like find people, find companies, find jobs, local business, import CSV, so on and so forth. Like so, this is what probably I will explain in my future videos. But for these particular videos, we're going to enrich the data that we found from our search criteria in LinkedIn. So for that reason, what you can do is you can click on the new and you can create like a workbook or the folder. Workbook is more of like an Excel sheet. I'm going to create one, you'll see. And the folder is like, you can put every details related to this. Like, for example, if you are a recruiter working with like, two different criteria, for example, maybe the IT and maybe the marketing. So you can create a folder, and inside the folder, like, you can create it and the marketing sheet separate. So this is not a big deal. I'm going to show you like technically it's just terms only. All right, so what happens is now I'm going to create the workbook, for example. Already I have the workbook created, but anyway, let me create the one workbook so then you know what I mean and how it looks like. Okay, now we created the workbook. You can rename the workbook name here, rename the workbook, for example, YT LinkedIn, YT LinkedIn demo, for example. This is the name you can give it. And then now we need to add the data that we have found from there. So for that reason, there are two options we can do. Well, we can connect our input data from the Apify actor directly, in this case mine is already connected, then you continue. But for that reason, the condition is we have to finish the full scraping over there, like full 220 data. But still I'm showing you, for example, LinkedIn scraper, and then it's going to get the data from the specific run. Just I'm showing it to you. It will not work over here because I have not finished the full scraping. Okay, so in that case we're going to import the data, like for example import from CSV. Import from CSV, browse files, and this is the data, and then it's going to import all this data comma separated and the complete import, for example. Okay, so as you can see, these are the fields the Apify actor has given us. Like, it's kind of hard to see here because these are the fields, the very same fields, like, we can see here that we just imported. Now it is still coming, but of course you probably don't need all of them, or if you need it, it's okay, you can have it, it's not a problem at all. But it is still coming, as you can see. Okay, what we got plenty of information. Applicant counts for each job, I think they're saying 25, 30, even though like we put 10. This is the LinkedIn problem, this is not the Apify problem, but anyway, this is not the core subject of this video. Then we have the apply URL, the benefits, this every information that a company put out for this job advertisement. Okay, every information is there. So what you need, you have to decide exactly. This is your call. I cannot tell you exactly which fields are important for you. Okay, but I have pretty much an idea exactly what you might need. For example, you might need like company name, job title, location, company website, job board, job link, size, open jobs, talent acquisition head, official title for that HR manager, the work email, and the LinkedIn profile. That's what probably most of the recruiter need. But then again, you can decide what you need, what is in your best interest. When you have all this here, now you can do the cleaning is very simple. Like, if you need all of them, keep all of them. If you don't need all of them, all you can do is you can simply, for example, you don't need this ID, for example, select this column and this, delete this, for example. Okay, for example, you just, if you don't need another one, for example, I don't know, the company address, for example, you don't need, you just click delete, that's it, finish. So this is how we're going to clean your shit. Now the main things that I'm going to show you right now, I already have a little bit of clean sheet, so I'm going to open my sheet that I have cleaned already. Okay, so that we can save time. I open my sheet, LinkedIn Apify, it is here, right here. Okay, so as you can see, I somehow clean this so that I can continue with this demo pub videos. Okay. So what happens is, now let's see actually what is there and what we need. The most important things now, we don't have, see, only for the job poster name, for the couple of link only it is there. But again, then I tried, because these are not the people probably in charge who can make the decision. So now you need the contract for the decision makers, like maybe HR director, HR manager, talent acquisition head, someone like this. So this is the enrichment we're going to do here. By the way, for your information, probably because of the LinkedIn, we have quite a lot of information here, but the Indeed and then Glassdoor, like in other job boards, they do not provide this level of information. So that case, this clay is quite helpful to find out all this information, like name, company website, company LinkedIn profile, etc. Even the company size and the employee size, etc. Okay. So we are trying testing now the LinkedIn. So let's talk about the LinkedIn in this particular case. So now we need to find the contact details for the HR manager who is in charge of making the decision for these jobs and everything. Okay. So for that reason, we're going to click on actions. When you come to actions, you will see a couple of options are there. The one we're going to use is called enrichment. So in this enrichment, what we're going to do, we're going to find contacts at company, for example. Okay, so find contacts at company, save results in the same table, click over there. Now, sorry, my apology. We need to give a company identifier. In that case, what company identifier we're going to give? We're going to give a company identifier is company LinkedIn URL, because LinkedIn has provided us these things. For the Indeed, by the way, we don't have this information, so we have to take this information from the Clay, but this is for different video. Okay. Now we have the job title, the senior level, as I said, like, head, director, manager, talent. You can select this whoever you want, and the job title. So I'm going to put the job title. For example, I just copy paste few job title here. I just copy a few job title here. You can have anyone you like. You can look for a CEO, you can look for a director, you can look for a technical head, whoever is your requirement is. So I just put like an HR manager, talent manager, head of people, people in operation, recruitment, HR director. Maybe I can write talent acquisition. As you can see, talent acquisition director, talent talent acquisition manager, talent director. The list goes on, like, as you know. Okay. Then what we need, there are plenty of fields, as you can see, whatever information you need. Now we need to have the continue add fields. And what we need the name, we need the LinkedIn URL. Because why we need the LinkedIn URL? The purpose of having the LinkedIn URL, then you can connect them in the LinkedIn as well. And there are the automation process also for this in place, but this is for a different video, of course. So we need the name, we need the URL, and we need the title, because this we need to know what is their official title, because this is the designation put in the previous search. That's what we guess, right? But we need their official title as well. Okay, so this is it. We need the name, we need the URL, and we need the title, and then we can simply save. And then I'm going to run for 10. Okay, let's run for 14. That's fine, no problem. So let's see what comes up. Available details are we cannot expect like 100%, but whoever is there will find them. Okay, so out of 14 we found the 10. 4 is missing, but it is what it is. But it's not guaranteed that we'll have the contact details for everyone. But of course, it is also possible. You can play around it. If you go to the action, if you go find contacts at company, you will see there are plenty of other options are there. For example, this is one of these option, person, current company. So there are plenty of other options are there. So the whole purpose of this video is just to give you an idea, like, how it works and everything. Okay, so well, we found here their name, their LinkedIn URL, and their official title exactly. Okay, now the most important thing is we need to find their email, because we need to get in touch with them. We need to send them an email and everything, right? For that reason, we're going to go to action, we're going to enrich them again, and we're going to see find work email, for example, person work email. So for the person work email, what we're going to do, we're going to give a couple of things. We're going to give them as a name, as the full name. This is their full name. The company domain is the company website. And then we're going to give them the company name. So we can give a company name is the company name. All right. So what else? It is asking for social profile URL. Also, it is asking mandatory. Let's give them the social URL people. I think this is the URL people. As you can see, it's already company name is the company name. Yes. Let me see the mapping. Yes, company name is the company name. Company website is the company website name. Name is the name people. I think, yeah, name people. By the way, you can click on this and you can rename whatever you want. Okay, that's not a problem. So company name, company URL. Now this is called the like waterfall, like, as you can see, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, nearly 9 provider Clay accumulated together. So let's run this and then see like how it goes. Save. I'm going to run for all of these. Is going to cost me 28 credits, but that's fine. Let's run it. So as you can see, we'll see now, this is called something waterfall system, because it is going to check one by one. As you can see, in first go it found a couple of email, then the second go it found a couple of email, but not quite sure is going to happen, because where the input is missing, of course it's not going to get anything, because at the first place we were not able to find like contacts for the name for the four people, and there we don't have the URL, also the LinkedIn URL. So obviously we're going to miss all of them. But at the end, we can see how many we found. I would say it is still working, but let's see. One, two, three, four, five, six. So we found 6 out of 10 work email. But as I said, if you want to try a different provider, you can go to actions. You can find email and person work email. For example, this person, yeah, person work email. This is what we tried. If you want to try this one, you can again try this one. And this is how you can provide all this necessary information, and then you can try it again. But the good thing is, in the clay only charge for the contacts they have found, but it's still updating, but not quite sure what happens. Let me see. In fast go, it has found one, two, three only. Yeah. Then second go, it found in the with the second provider, it found one, two, three. So I think this is the one, two, three, four, five, six. I think this is the only six we found. But that's interesting. But anyways, it's still working here. As you can see, like find email is working here, and the work email also still working here. So we need to wait for a while. Let's see, like how many come. All right, guys, it managed to get 7 emails. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7. Out of 10, it found 7 emails. So the let me show you how the waterfall works. You can see in the first try, it found one, two, three, and then it found the second provider, it found another three. So six here, and then this third provider, fourth, fifth, sixth, they found nothing. I think one is here. As you can see, one is here. They found one here. All right. So this is the email ID now. But if you want to find all of them, as I said, you can go to the action. You can type email, for example. You'll see there are plenty of other options, like in a person work email enterprise level. If you go there, you need to provide all this information, and it's going to try again, and I'm sure like it will find what it needs to be. All right. So this is just to give you an idea. So now we have pretty much everything from start to finish. Now we need to write an personalized email with these people, actually the service that you want to offer or the placement that you want to offer. So in this case, we're going to again use this Clayagent. So let me show you how does it work. You go to action, you go to write email, for example, then you'll find an option for the no, I'm sorry, this is not the one. Message drafting. I think we need to message drafting. So we can find anything here. Let me use this AI, actually, very straightforward, like, okay, because this is good. Like, use AI. This is AI. And then now it's going to create the prompt for us. So for the prompt, actually, there is some standard you have to maintain, but there is nothing wrong, nothing right kind of things. So this probably work best for me. So you just create your own prompt, and actually what it is saying, it is giving the context, it is giving the objective, and it is saying that you are tasked with generating a short, warm, personalized cold outreach email to hiring manager. The email should be based on the full job description provided in the description and use a conversational tone with British English spelling, because I live in the UK. So then objective, then the instructions and everything, it is there. Okay, now let me go. And then I said, okay, keep it maximum like 100 words. Okay, so I'm going to copy the whole things, and I'm going to, sorry guys, okay, copy, go to the clay. I'm going to put this here in. I give him everything that it needs to, like but I want it to generate like this for me, like so let's generate. Now actually it is going to probably sort of fine tuning my prompt, and also it is saying actually which model to use and everything. That's what I'm going to show you in a bit. So it said the use case is like create or modify content. This is true because we are creating an email, so the option is create or modify a content. And then it has choose the GPT model, so you can choose whatever you want from here, like it's totally fine, but generally clear recommend which one to use, like we use this one 4.1. So you can see how smart it is. If the context, it says like use the description. In the description column, it match automatically. Let me show you. Here is the description which we found from the LinkedIn. And use conversational to the objective, and then it is asking everything: description, the title, the job location, job URL, description text, title, and everything. As you can see, it created an example as well. This is the job I'm referring to, and if there's a hiring manager, so please let me know. So there are three parts in this email actually, but I'll discuss these things in another email. So now let's save and run for 14, but of course it will not run for 14 because we don't have the contact details for 14. So let's see how it goes. And now what is going to do is going to create, as you can see, it's creating the outreach email and everything. So it's calibrating, as you can see. So I'll come back shortly, like once it has created all these emails. All right guys, our email ready. Okay, our outreach emails are ready. So let's open these, and this is, of course, you can play around and you can see what is good and the best for you. So as you can see, just it has personalized. Say, I saw you are recruiting for a senior manager, commercial marketing in New York. The link, and just like with the depth of analytics and cross-term agility required, I know it's tough to find talent confidence with the whatever the BI dashboard, the complex modeling. I think these are the information they inserted inside their job description. So this is it. Like, of course, you can go ahead and you can customize your own prompt. Then, because this was the prompt, and then this was the prompt, and then ClayGen can create its own sort of prompt, and then you can play around it and you can find your own version. All right. So where we started with the LinkedIn data, and then we enrich this data like throughout the time. And now our personalized email also ready. Also, I want to show you, like, even if you want to send the LinkedIn request, this also you can do. You can go section, you can write this LinkedIn, I think there must be something there. For example, LinkedIn connection something. Person LinkedIn, I think connection request. Find a person LinkedIn profile. No, there's the option called, it can write for you, write a connect message for LinkedIn, for example. As you can see, it is there. So this is the prompt by default from the client, and you can read it, you can edit it if you like, and or you can create your own version of it using the use AI option. Is the use AI option, you can create your own version. So now what left? Now we need to export these emails, for example, or the contacts. Now we need to reach out to them, right? So you can do it in many ways. You can connect with the email senders and everything. For example, actions, exports. You can download the CSP. You can do, let's see, a view all export options. What is there? All right, you can take them to your CRM like Salesforce, the HubSpot, or the email sender like SmartLead. Also, you can see these are the CRM, these are the database, like even if you want to take the Airtable and the Notion, you can do it. And also you can do it email sequencer like Lemlist also there, but for some reason I can't see it here. You can use the Lemlist as well. So this is how you can export all the email sequence and everything. And this is how you can speed up the process. Like I said, whatever time it took for the like 10 15, like maybe like 100 200 300, like it can finish in literally in minutes. So this is from my side, guys. Like, if there's anything you want to ask, you think I did not cover in this video, please feel free to ask in the comments, and I would love to share my feedback on this, whatever the question you have. And thank you so much for watching the tutorial, and take care. See you in some other video.